Hi, my name is Ray Stein.
And I'm Brian Gray. We're with APO Financial, and we're going to give you some tips today on things to consider when it comes to survivor benefits with Social Security as well as pensions.
Absolutely. You know, one of the biggest things we want people to understand when we teach Social Security is you can't look at Social Security in a vacuum. Too many media headlines and articles out there talk about only Social Security either, or CPAs, friends may be giving bad information. Take it today because it's not going to be there, or the other side of that is wait till 70 to get the most out of the system. It really depends on a few other things. One of the main ones being that we always look at is the passing or the death of a spouse.
Absolutely, and what people don't realize is that when your spouse passes away, especially as a couple, and this doesn't apply if you're a single person here, but if you're a couple and one of you passes away, you've just lost your best friend, your partner in crime, everything you wanted to do after work and going through the latter part of life here. You not only lose your best friend and partner, but you actually lost income at the same time. Most people don't realize that you lose Social Security benefit or a Social Security benefit when somebody passes away.
And we get into nuances in class, but in general, just think the lower of the two generally goes away. And we also include pensions because there could be a loss of pension income depending on what survivor option you chose. And that we generally see can be between 30 and up to 50% for the surviving spouse. So does the spouses that's surviving, have they always managed the investments before and the finances? If they haven't, we see they have a lot of trouble figuring out which stock or bond do I change to, do I pull money from, how do I survive on the loss of Social Security and pension? So it's very important to look at that impact and also do a pension analysis if you do have a pension, the different options that are available to you, taking more today with less survivor, or vice versa, maybe 100% survivor with just a little less cash today.
Yeah, and you have to balance that out, not just looking at what type of income is going to be left for the survivor, but it's also what your lifestyle is going to be. Because we see it an awful lot of times, people say, well, we're going to wait till 70 because we want to get the most income. Well, if you pass away before around age 80, then you'll actually leave money on the table by not taking Social Security earlier. And other times what we see is people will wait, but they actually won't live their life. And they won't spend their hard-earned savings to live their life at the point because they just don't want to spend what was saved for a later day, and the reality is that later day is today. So lifestyle planning is so important for us.
Brian's absolutely right. Remember, healthcare, you'll generally go down over time. So one of our big themes, if you read our book that you can get free on our website, is looking at healthcare planning with income. So during your best years, you should spend more generally, and then make sure you're okay for later. In the book, we talk about cancer rates are the highest between really the 60s and 70s. So we want people to live their life as opposed to trying to squeeze out every last penny if they don't have to. So make sure you're living your life instead of trying to get more later on from Social Security.
Absolutely. So and lifestyle planning is the best thing because Dr. Seuss says this best. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. You know, so we can learn an awful lot of things from our childhood stories that we learn. But life, you only have one life. And in our world, it's more important to do the things you want to do, be with the people you want to be with, and support the causes you care about. And when you start planning on those things, you have to look at everything as a big picture, where's the income going to be, but ultimately what income is going to be remaining when one of us passes away.
Absolutely. So if you want to look at that plan of what happens today or 5 years if something happened, or just to make sure you're okay, let us know. We'd be happy to go through that actual planning with you to show the different scenarios. And stay tuned for our other videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more on this topic later on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.